Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. What a game of football that was. Absolutely crazy. Leicester City 2, Newcastle United 4. Breathless display. Absolutely fantastic win against a side that's going to be playing Champions League football next season. And you look at that side that Leicester put out. Look at their midfield alone that was facing our midfield. Before the game, yes, Willock started fantastic. But there was a lot of negativity towards John Joe Shelvey and Emil Kraft started. The Kraft one, I kind of didn't mind, truth be told, because I thought Kieran Clark's been terrible the past few weeks. Wow, I mean Tielemans, Maddison against Shelvey and out of position Almiron and Joe Willock, who was fantastic. Never fall in love with lone players because they only break your heart, and Willock's price is just going to be going up and up and up and up and up. Amazing. Smash that like button. Come on. We've just beaten Leicester away 4-2. Amazing. Amazing, amazing. We are definitely safe now. Definitely safe. 39 points in the bag. Up to 13th. I know we're the first game of the weekend, but what are we all worried about? 13th in the league. Easy. Easy. Jeez. Wow, wow, wow. But yeah, credit to everyone tonight. Everyone on the pitch was superb. Two players for me stole the show. Martin Dubravka, save after save in what was his 100th Newcastle United appearance. And you can count the bad games he's had on one hand. What a player he's been for them 100. So here's to 100 more. Save after save tonight. Great save from Tielemans, Fofana, Perez in the second half. Yeah, wow, wow. And Joe Willock, absolutely superb. Ran the show in midfield. He was everywhere across that midfield in the first half. Such a shame he had to go off injured. Looked like a hamstring. Hopefully it's nothing serious and we get to see him for the remaining 3 games of the season, because some were sceptical when we signed him. So, you know, why are we bringing him in instead of playing Matty Longstaff, for example? There was some were glad to see him in, and he's been brilliant. That's 4 goals in 4 consecutive appearances for Joe Willock. Obviously, he missed the shit show at Arsenal, but it just shows how much we missed him against his parent club. Amazing, amazing. Wow. It's speechless. I mean, the 2 goals from Wilson that killed the game off were fantastic counter attacks. The ball from Matt Ritchie, which kind of got round Castagna, and Wilson did him for pace and fired him with that real narrow angle after the first one. Hit the post, his first shot. Superb. And then rounding the keeper, 1-touch bang for his other goal. Apart from that, he didn't do a great deal, but that's what a striker does. That's a striker's performance. Paul Dummett got his goal, his first one since January 2016. Fantastic. Delighted for the lad. I think he's been the pick of the centre-backs, apart from the Arsenal game, obviously, since he's been back in the side. So great to see him do well. And who knows? He's probably due a contract extension soon anyway. I think his contract's up at the end of the season. Amazing. No, I mean, even Emil Kraft had a decent game tonight. John Joe Shelvey had a good game. You could have argued that Sean Longstaff was unlucky to be dropped. A lot of us on the channel wanted to see Miggy dropped because the system didn't suit him, and that way you'd have had Shelvey, Sean, and Willock. Most people would have been satisfied with that, I think, and then you could have had the impact of Almiron off the bench. But no, it was attacking intent, because no one was doing the Isaac Hayden dirty work that Sean Longstaff had been doing in the past few weeks. There was an attacking intent there, and we saw that. Shelvey was just sat in front of the back 4 spraying his passes round, allowing Willock to be more of a box-to-box man and allowing Almiron to get forward, which he did more of tonight than he has done previously. He slipped in the ball for Wilson, did he not? I mean, the first goal was fortuitous because Soyuncu's had an absolute mare, but Willock still had a lot of work to do. Let's not forget the save that Kasper Schmeichel made from ASM. ASM should be burying that, but it hasn't cost us. And it was nice, in one sense, that ASM wasn't amazing tonight. Played well, don't get me wrong, should have buried that chance. But it was nice that Newcastle United did not have to rely on him so much, which is a relief because we were becoming a one-man team, and we were a one-man team last season. Did anyone ever think we should praise Kraft? Well, yeah, and yeah, everyone played well. I don't want to forget anyone. Fernandez, superb, moved back from the right-hand side of the three into the centre where he's more comfortable, which is another kind of plus point of taking Kieran Clark out the firing line. If Fabian Schär hadn't been stupid at Arsenal and got himself sent off, I fully would have expected him to start tonight instead of Kraft. But yeah, like I say, Harry, I touched on that before. The team wasn't carried. It was a proper performance. John Joe was much better tonight. Defensively superb, sat in front of the defence. Really, really good, really positive. And it was a real positive outlook. I mean, you got to praise Steve Bruce. You got to praise him. I'm Bruce out as much as the next guy. I have been for a while. But it would have been very easy for him to have slipped to a defensive formation tonight. But he didn't. He went with arguably his three most attacking midfielders up against Maddison and Ndidi, Tielemans, which should be outclassing us every time, and they didn't. Yes, it got a bit squitty at the end and a bit nervy, but it always does. We're Newcastle United. Nothing ever gets done simply, not even when we're 4-0 up. I mean, 4-0 up away at Leicester, man. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. I mean, I don't know what the stats were saying. Let's take a look, actually. Let's have a little look what the stats were saying tonight. 69% possession for Leicester, 31% for Newcastle. Let's not forget, second half, Leicester came out firing and we killed that game off on the counter. The second half was much more counter-attacking football. Leicester 25 shots to our 14. I mean, look, even 14 shots away from home, that's a lot for us. That's a lot. It was still, despite Leicester having the better of it, which you'd expect anyway. Let's not forget, Leicester are third in the league. And third in the league because they deserve to be third in the league. They've got a fantastic squad of players. They've got fantastic goal scorers in their team. They've got a fantastic, a really good, fantastic manager. And we've absolutely battered them. Bizarre. There's something I was genuinely expecting nothing from tonight. Nothing. I'm doing the clip for the last word later. I almost pre-recorded it this afternoon, just kind of with a generic, well, we knew we weren't going to get anything out of the game. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Real positive performance. Some quotes there from Callum Wilson speaking to Sky. Very enjoyable. We had to stay disciplined and hit them on the counter. A few results, and it's like a domino effect. We're playing with a bit more freedom. And you can definitely see that. We had nothing to lose, everything to gain. We had a nice incentive that if we got 3 points, we'd be close to being safe. Look, we are safe now. There's no two ways about that. We are safe. 39 points. Fulham Burnley Monday night. We don't have to worry about that now because probability suggested we'd be sat here tonight after a defeat thinking, well, if Fulham get a result against Burnley, it's down to 6 points and we've got to start looking over our shoulders again just in case. I think this is a fantastic point, Adrian. Johnny Evans getting injured in the warm-up before the game played a part of it as well. Yeah, because Albrighton had to come in from the start, which not only changed, it's obviously not a like-for-like change, is it? So they had to completely rejig their system, completely rejig how they'd go about the game. But yeah, that's a great point because Evans is one of the most solid and one of the most consistent defenders in the Premier League, and he's had a superb season. So, he's nominated for Manager of the Month. Get your votes in. Get your votes in. Wow. I mean, after a game like that, not to bring everyone down, but a bit of tinge of sadness. What would it have been like in that away end tonight? Oh, could you imagine? Could you imagine? Friday night, watching the Toon, after a game like that, in the away end. Oh, think of the scenes. But, it won't be long until we're back in there. Who do we have left to play? Well, Smithy, Manchester City next Friday night, followed by Sheffield United at home, and then Fulham away on the final day. Yeah, Joe Willock. My personal man of the match, Joe Willock, absolutely. I think Dubravka will be up there as well. I think the lads on Scoring the Players tonight will decipher that one out. I think it'll be between those two. Look, tonight's a fantastic opportunity. Smash that like as well for the win. And what a win it was. 3 games left. No pressure. You look at them last 2 games of the season now and you think, 6 points is achievable. 4 minimum. It absolutely does feel much better now, because look at when we went there 2 seasons ago, last day. Played with freedom, no pressure. If we'd have gone there needing something, it wouldn't have been like that at all. At all. But yeah, unbeaten on a Friday versus Leicester we are. Perez getting the last one. Shame he's not on the winning side this time. Unlucky. But yeah. God, that's a... I mean, it is technically possible, but I think it's clutching at straws a bit. I think let's not get carried away, but perform like as Ben says there, perform like that week in, week out, then we would be top 10. And the squad, I think, is top 10. The squad is underachieved this season. So, look, mistakes have been made this season, but on a night like tonight, it's one to enjoy. That was a kind of proper Newcastle game. For the first time in Steve Bruce's tenure, that was a proper Newcastle United game. 4-2, absolute craziness. And it was a real enjoyable 90 minutes. Look, 2 minutes time, get yourselves on the fan reaction. The link's in the description on that video. Get yourself on. It's only an hour long today, so you've got to be quick. Get on it with Johnny and Carl. And look, it's going to be a positive evening. It's not very often we can be that so positive. Get on the fan reaction. Stay tuned for Scoring the Players. Where was this performance against Arsenal? Well, it just goes to show how much of a big deal Joe Willock really is. The only worry now is, can we get that lad on a permanent? Because the longer this goes on, his price tag's only going to go one way. So, absolutely superb. But stay tuned. We've a long night ahead, but it makes it so much easier when we win. Fan reaction show coming up in 2 minutes with Johnny and Carl. Get yourselves on there. Join in with the lads. Tell us your thoughts about the performance tonight. Scoring the Players after that with Matt, Carl and Adam. And then Lee wraps it up with the last word, as always. Get your breath back. What a game. Crazy. But plenty of left to come tonight on Newcastle Fans TV. So stay tuned. What a win. We're safe for another season.